Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I felt like sharing an updated wish list for the summer of 2020 with you, even though I know that I did share my wish list just a couple of months ago. However, I think because of the crazy year that 2020 is, and because of we were all basically in quarantine back then, I obviously think that like this whole situation had like an impact on my wish list, or at least on a couple of items. And I do see that now that summer is in like full swing and we are back to like the new normal here in Germany, at least, I just find myself being more inspired by maybe slightly different things that I typically would. So in today's video there will be a couple of items that still are on my wish list from 3 months back. However, there will also be a couple of new additions and also a couple of maybe surprising or different ideas. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Evelyn. If you are into luxury fashion, into investment pieces and into shopping, but in a mindful and smart and real way, make sure to subscribe, to hit that notification bell, and also consider following me on Instagram, where I post and chat with you guys on a more daily basis. So let's maybe start with accessories, move along to ready to wear, shoes, and let's end it on the handbags. So when it comes to accessories, you might know, if you already follow me, that I am a very minimalistic person. I don't like to over accessorize. I've never been a particularly accessories kind of person. However, I do find myself missing a couple of, more details to play around with my outfits and just to have a little bit more variety. One central piece that I find missing particularly is like a nice belt. So I do have black belts. However, I would love to add a couple of more colors to my belt collection. Specifically a brown belt, because I recently got my brown orange slides by Hermes and I'm just so in love with them that I think that, especially when it comes to summer, a brown or golden colored belt is a nice, softer and more summery variation or alternative to a black belt. So the belt that I have on my mind right now is actually the Kelly belt by Hermes. And I know this is a very, very pricey and ridiculously expensive belt. However, what I do like about it is that it is very timeless and it doesn't have a logo on it. Many belts these days do still have the logo clasp, and there's nothing wrong with that particularly, but since I already do own a couple of logo-ish t-shirts and other items, I don't like to overload my outfits with logos. And I like about the Kelly belt that it's a belt that you recognize, if you know, you know. Yeah, I really do like it. I think it's a very timeless piece. I think that the color brown also is something that is super timeless and that I would keep for many, many years. And because I don't buy accessories or belts or stuff in general all the time, this might be something that I would be open to invest in. Another thing or project that I do have with my wardrobe in general, moving on to ready to wear and clothing, is color. Even though I'm someone who is very neutral, 95% of my wardrobe is very neutral, black, white, beige, those kinds of colors. This spring, summer, I am totally learning to love colors again. I'm really just all about happy, optimistic, bright colors, and I want to introduce more of them to my closet. So the next items that, or the next category that I would like to add more of into my wardrobe is dresses. Because I'm working in an office job, I think that I focused a lot on trousers in the past years. So I do have a nice collection of modern, chic, high quality trousers that are business appropriate, but that enable me to look put together in the mornings very quickly, very easily. And of course that is very valuable for me. However, when I looked at my wardrobe this year, I do have to admit that sometimes I miss to wear a nice dress, and I'm actually someone who loves to wear dresses. A dress is also something that is very, very easy. It's something that you just put on and you are basically good to go, you know what I mean? And what I also love about dresses is that most of them are actually also super versatile. So yeah, I am definitely planning to add a couple of more dresses into my wardrobe, casual dresses, business appropriate dresses, whatsoever, honestly, because I just miss that feeling. I feel very comfortable wearing dresses, honestly, because I love the floatiness. I love feeling elegant. I think a dress always has a certain level of sophistication to it. And yeah, it's just kind of uplifting. I don't know. So yeah, I'm definitely having a couple of colorful but also more neutral dresses on my wish list right now. I actually also ordered a couple of them, so once they arrive I will definitely make a IGTV video on them and show you, you know, how I would style them in different ways. When it comes to shoes, there's really just one single thing that is missing right now for when it comes to my summer wardrobe, and that is a black sandal. If you watched my last wishlist video, you know that I already talked about that back then. Neither of the sandals that I had on my wishlist back then actually convinced me at the end. The Valentino Rockstar sandals were just too wild for me. There was like too much happening with the studs and the different straps. And then on the other hand, the Prada sandals, they just were too minimalistic for me. When I took a closer look at them, I was like, these sandals are so sleek and so simple. Does this kind of sandal necessarily have to be by Prada? I honestly don't think so. So I didn't end up purchasing these either. And now I still find myself, you know, on some days missing a black sandal on my outfit. I do have another pair that, you know, caught my interest for quite a couple of months now, and it is this strappy pair of sandals by Studio Amelia. The price is quite good, I think, because it is kind of in that like mid-range when it comes to luxury items, and I do love that they are a strappy sandal, but in the same time they are just plain black leather, so they are quite minimalistic, even though they have a lot of like straps going on. But I think that they would look beautiful to like a summer dress, to a midi dress, but also to a pair of denim, to be honest, because they are quite decorative due to the straps, while still being super neutral and super versatile and easy to style. So I might give these a closer look right now. And now moving to bags. The first bag that I want to talk about is a white bag, and this is something that I also talked about in my older wishlist video, because I still am on the hunt for a white bag. So I did narrow it down to two different styles that I do consider. First of them still being the Dior saddle bag in white. So I still do love the saddle bag. I really like it. I think it's such an iconic bag, even though it is very 90s and trendy. However, due to the fact that it is a, you know, revamped style of something that actually has been already designed in the 90s, I think that it is by now quite iconic. But of course, this bag is not for everyone. There are also some, you know, benefits or like pluses that come with the bag. First of them being that this bag is made of pebbled leather. I did buy the saddle bag in the nudish color last year, and this kind of leather is not as durable as a, you know, Chanel caviar leather would be. However, it is much more forgiving when it comes to color transition and when it comes to scratchings, things like that. So having a white bag, which obviously is a very, very delicate color, is something that is worrying for me, to be honest. Knowing that I get a bag in a pebbled leather that is sturdy and more forgiving really does put my mind to ease, and especially, you know, thinking of the prices of those bags. What I also love about the saddle bag is that it comes with this vintage brushed gold leather. So typically the Dior saddlebags do not come in silver or classic golden or champagne hardware. They do come with this vintage rich gold, and I actually do love that on a white bag specifically. I think especially for summer, it's just such a beautiful combination. And yeah, I also actually think that the white saddle is a bag that you can wear all year round due to those details. And I think that in summer I would wear it without the guitar strap, just like under my shoulder or in my hand. I just think that it's like a very summery way to wear this kind of bag. And in winter or autumn, I would definitely see myself wearing it more crossbody with this like thicker guitar strap. I also totally see this bag on like my camel Max Mara coat, my thick black and white Dior scarf with the Toile de Jouy print on it. So I really can like properly visualize myself wearing this bag. So, and then the other bag that I do consider is a white pre-loved Chanel bag. However, it is so hard to find a white pebbled leather or like caviar leather Chanel bag that also has gold or champagne gold hardware. It's super, super hard. And I'm just so hesitant thinking about getting a white bag in lamp leather or in anything that is smooth leather, to be honest. And even when it comes to pre-loved bags, the price of a Chanel bag is still much higher than the price of a new saddlebag, which, yeah, as much as I would love to have like a beautiful white Chanel bag with gold hardware, I think that in this particular case, because I just don't want to go like all in when it comes to a white bag, I might actually end up getting the white saddle. I will of course keep you updated on that one. And last but not least, I actually feel ready to get a colorful handbag. So as I said before, this year is all about happy colors for me. And I do think because of the fact that most of my wardrobe staples are neutral colors, I could easily get away with adding a very statement colored handbag into my collection that, you know, just makes a statement, that just is a little bit of a game changer, and that because of the fact that the rest of my items most of the time are neutral and monochrome, can be very easily styled because it just stands out on its own, and that's fine. So right now I'm playing with colors like coral, pink or orange. I'm playing with the idea of a red bag, but like a nice bright strawberry red. I also love the idea of a pink handbag, but not too baby pink or like neutral pink, something that I would go for normally, but something more bright. Or I even love the idea of a super nice blue handbag in a bright sky or like oceany blue. I still have to narrow it down to like 2 or 3 colors, because if I go to a boutique and I have 5 colors in my head, I will not come close to any kind of decision, and I will just probably leave the store being even more confused. Of course, I have to try out a couple of colors, but because I just like to enter those boutiques with a certain vision in my head already, so that I don't confuse myself and the SA even more. And that is actually it for today's video. So I hope that you enjoyed this light-hearted, easy video today. Let me know in the comments down below which bag you would like me to get, which bag you think is the better bag for me. And if you have any personal recommendations when it comes to, you know, black sandals or anything like that, leave me a comment. I would be super grateful for any kinds of tips and recommendations. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!